The honourable member for Drumheller-Stettler.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I traveled around rural Alberta this summer, I saw the potential for historic bumper yields. Sadly, Mother Nature disagreed. Summer hail and an early fall snow has caused crops to be destroyed or lay unharvested on the ground. To the Minister, with the potential for insured losses to be in the hundreds of millions, do you have an estimated value for these unharvested and damaged crops?
Honourable Minister of Agriculture and Forestry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and the member for the question. I absolutely share his concerns about this year. It's been a real heartbreaker of a year. We've seen really dry conditions, moving into some pretty good rains, potentially a bumper crop, as the member mentioned. I'm confident that our suite of insurance products through AFSC are robust and that they will be able to supply the needs needed for the farmers who aren't able to get their crops off because of the high moisture again. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
First supplemental.
Thank you again, Mr. Speaker. Given that Bill 6 is one of the most contentious bills ever brought forward by this government, and given that roundtable consultations for employment standards and labour have just finished and OHS ones have barely begun, again to the Minister, with so much uncertainty around this legislation already, do you have a firmer timeline for these Bill 6 regulations other than late 2017?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for the member for the question. As a supplemental to the crop question he had earlier, we have the opportunity to have our technical working groups. They've worked very hard. I'm very proud of the work they have done. I'm happy with the work they've done. All along, we've been saying that we'll take the necessary time needed to make sure we get this right, and I'm happy with the timeline we've had and the work they've done. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Second supplemental.
Thank you again, Mr. Speaker. Given that the overwhelming burdens farmers have faced this year with hail, unharvested crops, falling cattle prices, and feedlot closures due in no small part to this government ideological policies, again to the Minister, and here's, Mr. Minister, the $64,000 question. Why, at the end of harvest and the beginning of session, have you planned your junket to Asia while farmers and ranchers are suffering from conditions out of their control?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you to the member for the question. I'm hoping the member realizes the potential that China and other overseas markets have for our producers in Alberta. I will not apologize for doing the work that this government can do to increase those markets right across the world. Having that opportunity to do so, that AFAC will not be able to issue their insurance products because expanding markets is nonsensical. Thank you.